About 50% of the dogs that walk into your clinic have noise phobia. That's a lot of dogs. So I want you to have the tools you need to recognize this problem and to help the pets that come to see you. Number one, any sound can be scary. This is something that we commonly forget as vets. Fireworks, storms, we gotcha. What about planes, motorcycles, construction, electronic sounds, the beeping of the cell phone when you get a text, or the beeping of a microwave, or maybe it's just food sizzling in a pan, kids playing. Any sound can be scary. Number two, presentation is vague. That means that a pet that you see that urinates and defecates in the house might actually be a noise phobic patient, right? Who is afraid to go outside. And so the client comes to you for this problem that seems pretty succinct when in fact it goes a lot deeper than that. You need to know that noise phobia gets worse with age, and clients will commonly bring their pet to see us at 2 or 3 years old, right? And they say, "Oh, this just happened. My dog used to be fine. Oh, I hate that word, fine during storms. And now he is panting and pacing and destroying my house." And you say, "Okay, well, usually it doesn't pop up like this. Let's talk about what happened last year." And they say, "Oh, yeah, well, last year he trembled, but he didn't destroy my house." You're like, "Yeah, but he trembled." Okay. So we need to catch the dogs when they are trembling, when they're just a little worried, because otherwise it gets worse with time. The worse it is, harder it is to treat, just like anything else. And you need to know how to treat these problems. We know about medications and management and behavior modification. Yes, yes. But what is most effective? Did you know that feeding and playing is about 70% effective at reducing the clinical signs of noise aversion? That's pretty dang effective. So why don't we do that? Recommend the cheap and easy things. Get out the treats, get out the toys, play tug, play ball, fill food toys with very high value food. Keep your pet occupied with something really, really good during that noise event. And you want to tell clients, because sometimes they're a little resistant to this, right? You want to tell them, in a study of dogs with noise aversion, where the researchers looked at supplements, medications, alternative treatments, behavior modification, and feeding and playing during noise events, the only thing that decreased the fear when measured over time was feeding and playing. So just do it. And if the client says, "My dog won't eat during a storm or during fireworks because he's too stressed," then that means the door is open for you to talk about medication. Yes, I'm also going to talk about higher value food, but that's where I'm going to go, "We need to be talking about some medication here, because your dog is freaking out so much that he won't eat chicken. And I know your dog, and that's not like your dog." I want to bust a myth. Pet parents should not ignore their dog. First of all, it's just not nice to ignore someone who's having a panic attack. But second of all, based on a recent study, we know that pet parents who ignored their dogs did not have a better outcome. Their dogs were not better, okay, during noise events than pet parents who cuddled their dogs. All right. So, no, you cannot reinforce fear with positive reinforcement like food or hugging. Now, here's the thing. If all you ever do is hug your dog during a storm, your dog won't know anything else. He won't feel safe any other time. And the problem with that is that if you want to leave the house, your dog is going to panic during a noise event. So we have to also teach those coping tools, but we don't want to tell people to ignore their pets. This QR code is just for you. It's a curated list of dog resources. You can hand this right to the pet parents. So if you don't know what to recommend, it's all right here for you. Good luck. You can help dogs with noise phobia.